Hello lovely people, welcome, this is Maulia. In this video I will share with you a novel that won Pulitzer Prize in 2019 called The Overstory by Richard Powers, and the genre is about environmental fiction. This novel has 4 parts main chapters that are roots, trunk, crown and seed, just like the tree. There are 9 main characters in the novel that portrays the environmental issues. They are described with different backgrounds, lifestyles, personalities, and so forth. Characters face some tragedy in the past and make them strong. Lately, they become very connected to the tree and environment absolutely. But to love it means to sacrifice, so those characters are fighting and struggling for the rights of the trees, especially they fight against the logging companies, corporations, the government and the human race. The setting was in the some part of United States, since the characters was travel over it, such as New York, California, Oregon, the Cascades, and more, and turn over the 20th centuries until early 20s. So what makes this novel was a big hit and interest me? First, the novel narration structure is just like the trees. It has branches and canopies, then it is connected into the story. The structure is delivered in a simple line and intertwining. It is so light to read besides the deep story that provides in the novel. Second, the novelist come up with environment issues, but actually it also point out the humanity. These two was interconnected in this novel. Just like in the novel said, you and the tree in your backyard come from a common ancestor. 1.5 billion years ago, the two of you parted ways, said by the Patricia's Secret Forest, page 268. It portrayed that human and nature, not only creatures that live, share in the same world, but also share in the same history. The issue in this novel was very relevant with situations nowadays, such as deforestation and ignorance of the nature. Also, there are issues about humanities like society pressure, exceptionalism, greed, and desire to dominate. Nowadays, we might find people who pretend to ignore to keep the advantage for themselves. They may work in some factory that used to harm a nature and keep going for the sake of the money, or just to live for their family. It can be me or you. It is the issue that rarely to end. For analyze the novel as scientific as possible, the specific formal element that I choose is characterization. It is because this novel has rich main characters and one character could be interpreted and interconnected with other characters. Personally, for me, The Overstory reminds and blow my mind for the attitude toward nature, especially the tree. The novel that speaks about the tree as a living creature makes me how important the plant to the other living creatures that sometimes or mostly be forgotten to take care of it. However, the plant somehow we do not speak or motion than the other creatures and mostly forgotten. They are so essential. Like it said in the novel, remember, people aren't the apex species they think they are. Other creatures, bigger, smaller, slower, faster, older, younger, more powerful, call the shots, make the air, and eat sunlight. Without them, nothing. Narrator in a Patricia Insight 285. As we know how important the tree is, I hope for me or you can keep to take care of the trees, the environment, so on. And if you are somehow forgotten how important it is, I recommend you to read The Overstory. Then that's all about The Overstory for me. Thank you for watching.